ASHTAVAKRA Ji says, the substratum soul, in which this entire universe can be seen in a rope as snake-like imaginative form, that bliss, supreme bliss conscious essence, is you. Hence, you become happy. The substratum soul. We need to understand the word substratum. What does it mean? For example, if there is a wooden table, the substratum for it is wood, without which there can't be any table. Substratum for a wave is water. Similarly, what is the substratum for anything visible? What does it exist in? The soul. People haven't been able to understand the word soul, and there's a reason behind it. The way we have been hearing about it since childhood. What formulates in our mind when we listen to the word soul is ghosts. A soul leaves this body and wanders here and there. People don't know what a soul is. So, they imagined something. This would be something which might be similar to this body. It might leave this body and go somewhere. This or that might happen. It will then migrate into some other body. There are a lot of imaginations. You don't need to imagine anything over here because the substratum soul in which this entire universe, meaning everything, whatever is visible to us, whatever is known to us, and whatever is not known to us too, because the universe contains both the things, known and the unknown. Both are a part of the universe. Today, there exists a form which has evolved over time to reach that state. So, that is all a part of that form, but is still evolving. We do not know what form it will take through evolution. What organisms are going to be born in coming years is unknown to us. So, the universe includes all of that. Universe includes past, present, and future. Whatever exists, the smallest and the largest object, those all are a part of the universe. Nothing is left. Earth, water, fire, wind, space, and whatever is made of all these, and whatever is present in these, all of it is the universe. What is this universe present in? The substratum soul. Just observe how fantastic this ASHTAVAKRA Gita is. Everything is being told straightforward and nothing is wrapped around. There can't be a clearer way to spell it out. Whatever is visible, which can be the presence, absence, memory, no memory, feelings, no feeling, whatever it is, where is it? What is its substratum? It is me. It is the soul. Who calls the universe universe? Of course, me. Don't commit the same mistake again with me. Do notice what me I am talking about and what me you are thinking of. I am talking of me as the consciousness. On what basis do I call myself me? Of course, on the basis of consciousness, on the basis of awareness. I am aware, hence I can say I am. Hence, I can say this universe exists. If I do not exist, neither can I say I am, nor can I say you are, nor can I say this object exists. The creation and destruction of this universe is based on the existence of what? My existence. The universe starts from there itself. The substratum soul in which this entire universe can be seen in a rope as a snake-like imaginative form. What did people decipher from this? If you read this for the first time, what will you make of it? Everything is an imagination, meaning that rope is the truth, and whatever is visible is all a lie. Many people have confused themselves at this point. Why? Because they aren't asking this question repeatedly to themselves. If there was an imaginary snake, and because of the existence of this imaginary snake, if that snake bit, there wouldn't be a reaction to the action actually, but it happens here, meaning this body will turn blue, it will froth at the mouth and there will be a reaction on the body. That reaction is visible. Is all this an imagination? This has to be understood in depth. What people did is, all of this is an imagination, a dream. What does a dream hold? Leave everything. People became monks. Why did they take up such an extreme step? This is a point worth thinking about. Somewhere in our mind, it was filled with the garbage that this world, whatever is visible, this universe is all a lie. But they never understood the word Atma. Who is Atma? The soul. I am the soul. As soon as you search, you will drift away from I, isn't it? Why do you need to search for I? You yourself are, isn't it? What do you need to search? Who are you searching for? Who is searching? And who is leaving? No one dives in so deep. In a jungle, at night time, a rope is tied up on a tree. The rope looks like a snake to us. People concurred that the world is similar to this. Leave it. Leave the universe. What did they make out of the word leaving? They aren't able to fathom what this is, only if they could understand its depth. Their body is also a part of this universe, which is called as the snake, because the body is also visible. You left your body, the snake, or changed snake's robe, changed the snake's appearance. Did the snake become invisible? No. Earlier, it was in some other clothes. Now, it is adorning a different color cloth. The snake is still there. Snake means the universe, which you feel you've left now. But where did you leave it? We need to keenly understand the depth of this. This example is not for perception. One is clear perception when something is visible to you via an instrument. That is not being discussed here. Whatever memories remain related to that perception, that is being discussed here. There is no doubt about the point that someone is seeing. Also, there should be no doubt that he who sees the snake and the rope, they both are the same. Something is visible, which means since something exists, hence it is visible, isn't it? Meaning the rope was visible, and it is a rope, but we think that it is a snake. What is visible is a rope, but we think that there is a snake instead of a rope. Why do we think that? Because we don't know what a rope is. We are definitely seeing it, but are imagining something else after seeing it. What are we imagining? Whatever is already there in our mind. So, the same rope can be called a snake by someone, and someone else can call it a gold chain. He who calls it a snake will be frightened of it. He who calls it a chain will be paranoid for it. The golden chain and the snake. Where are both these things located? In the memory. If there was no rope at all, there wouldn't be any problem. There's some substance out of which everything is made of. Whatever is existing, whatever forms are made of the substance. Actually, I'm only looking at that substance. But what am I talking about? Only the form. Like there is a small piece of ice in the water. It is not said here that ice is not visible. Ice is visible. What did people make out of this example? This is an imagination, misconception of mind. People inferred that this world doesn't exist at all. This doesn't mean that there is no ice in the water. There's no misconception. Ice is present. What you think of it is a lie. Correcting that understanding is being discussed here, and not the perception. There is no way to correct a perception. You study Vedanta for 50 years. You open your eyes and you will see a tree. The moment you open your eyes, you will see the snake even after reading Vedanta, even after attaining enlightenment. But the difference between you and others will be, you will know that the snake is visible, but actually this snake is a rope. The other will ask what a rope is. They know nothing about the rope. They will insist on the presence of a snake only. Snake is just a form of a rope. Who will say this? The one who has understood all of this. For example, in a huge ocean, there is an iceberg which you can think of as the universe. There are so many smaller ice cubes in that iceberg. There are numerous forms. Some are sharp, some are soft, some are glossy. Imagine this as a huge ocean with an iceberg at the center of it. This universe is similar to that iceberg. There is no doubt that it exists, no doubt that it is visible. Calling an iceberg as ice is not a problem. You don't know anything about water is the problem. And you don't know that actually there is no ice, it is just water. You don't need to get rid of that ice. The wrong perception about ice, which is deep-rooted in our mind and because of which we are unhappy. What is the reason for sorrow? I am ice. I am a small chunk of ice. Where? On this iceberg. What is this iceberg? It is the universe. What's being told here? This whole huge iceberg, meaning all these planets, galaxies, the entire universe put together, consider them as a piece of ice and think of your body as a dot on it. Where is all of this present? What is its substratum? The water out of which this ice is made, this iceberg is made, and there is a form made in that iceberg which you call a form. That water is you. Even the iceberg is you, and on whatever this iceberg rests upon, it definitely rests on something, isn't it? Even that is you. So observe this keenly. What problem's solution are we trying to find here? This world is visible to you via eyes. Is this a problem? Or what you think about whatever is visible a problem? Whatever is visible, let it be. Where's a problem in that? And neither is there a solution to it. Neither does Vedanta or any scripture in this world has a solution to it. If you have a major problem with seeing, gouge your eyes out. Donate it. You will stop seeing. Will your problem be solved that way? No. Is what you see a problem, or you being interpreting what you see as something different a problem? When does a problem start? If you want to understand its depth, you have to understand it from a subject's point of view rather than an object's point of view. This is a mistake which people have committed in the past. They tried to understand it from an object's point of view and got trapped because if you see, you'll see unlimited forms. It is not being said that these unlimited forms will no longer be visible. There will be different names for these unlimited forms. And if those unlimited forms are seen, this is not a problem at all. When does it start to matter? When I think of the subject as different from the object. Listen to this carefully. Objects are multiple. Is this a problem? Or subjects are multiple. Is this a problem? Like you have your body, which has teeth and a tongue. Both are different and both are two different objects. There is also some space between them. But when teeth bite into the tongue, we are not sad. We endure pain, but there is no sorrow. But someone else's teeth, some other person's teeth. If that bites us, we are both pained and sorrowed. Why did you bite me? We never complain to our teeth asking why did it bite my tongue. We say it happened. The tongue came between teeth. These are my teeth and I won't break them for that. But if someone else's tooth does that, we will take revenge. So when does a problem start? When we are seeing infinite multiple forms or multiple subjects? Is there a problem at the level of I and you, or is there a problem at the level of this and that? This and that is used for the objects. I and you are used for the subjects. Imagine that I is just one, but this and that are unlimited. What is a problem here? This is a tongue. That is teeth, but they are my part. Both are in me. This body, this tongue, these teeth are all within me. Whatever happens in this case, say there is some infection in your hand and doctor says that this hand needs to be severed. You are happy even after getting that hand severed. You are not sad. The hand was cut. There was a pain, but there was no sorrow. Only happiness, because the body is safe. Thank God, it was a good deal. Only one of the hands were severed, else the poison would spread, and I would have to get my other hand severed too. So you are celebrating death too. Isn't this interesting? So try to understand this rope and snake from a subject's point of view. You'll find clarity. Whatever is visible, heard, felt, whatever is happening, all of that. What is the substratum of all that? Soul. What is soul? Me. What does me mean? What is a synonym for soul? Consciousness. If I put it simply, it is not a problem at the level of perception. Because what was the immediate question to be asked after this which people didn't ask? Oh, if I get enlightened, I will no longer be seeing the snake. This is what it should mean. If snake is an imagination, if the universe is an imagination, it means that as soon as this is understood, as soon as this book is read, after reading or listening to ASHTAVAKRA GITA, King Janak listened to ASHTAVAKRA GITA, and as soon as he listened, he will no longer see Ashtavakraji, his body, this world, the mountains. Is this what this means? No. So what will change after listening and understanding this? Understanding will change. After Ashtavakraji teaches all of this, when King Janak understands everything completely, then what will King Janak say? Before understanding this, what is he saying? I am Janak, who is different than Ashtavakra, different from everyone else. All these errors will be rectified. What will he say instead of this? The one who sees is one. What is being seen are being seen differently, and they will keep on being visible differently. But those who are visible differently, the substance of which they are made of, that substance isn't different from the one who is seeing. It is one. So what was the difference? Pain hasn't ended. Until there is a body, there will be pain. If someone hits the body, there will be blood. It should be very clear, else it will become mystical. Ashtavakraji says that bliss, supreme bliss conscious essence is you. Hence, you become happy. Why are the words bliss and supreme bliss used? If there is bliss, it is sufficient. Why the supreme bliss? If you can grasp it, try understanding it minutely. What will people make out of bliss? I am comfortable. If that comfort zone is disturbed, then they will be sad. If the body is okay, there are no major problems, then it is bliss. If there is pain in the body which is unbearable, then there is no bliss. What we call bliss is the absence of pain. Supreme bliss means whether the pain is absent or present. I am in bliss. That is supreme bliss. There is a pain at the body level and you're screaming, but you are at ease from inside. What is the definition of bliss for people? Presence of pleasure is bliss and the absence of pain is bliss. This is not connected to pain or pleasure. That is why it is called supreme bliss, Paramanand. Param means supreme. Why the supreme bliss? Because it is not connected with any external situation, sensation, thought or things. There is no connection with whatever exists. There is a connection with who I am. There is a huge difference between them. I am rich. I am learned. I am a PhD. I am beautiful. What is all this? There is something mixed with I am in all of this. In supreme bliss, there is nothing mixed with I am. I am. Only this is enough. Because whatever I want, the example which I gave you a little while ago, there is an iceberg. What else can I desire more than that iceberg? Can I? The entire universe put together is the iceberg. A small chunk of ice on that iceberg is called a planet. Earth. On that ice chunk, there is a dot which I call this body. So, even if I want, up to what extent can I desire? What is the limit of my thoughts? Who has the imagination to think about the iceberg? The max someone will think of is that ice chunk. May I be the king of this planet. Even then, he is poor in comparison to what he actually is, because the iceberg is like a dot in this huge ocean of water. This understanding is the supreme bliss, meaning you can be in bliss irrespective of the situation, otherwise you can't be. You are squirming over this iceberg on which there is this ice chunk, which is called a planet, on which I want to achieve this or that. Why do you want to achieve it? Because everyone else is doing this. How will you be happy? No one else will allow you to be. Resources are limited. You have to fight them. They have to fight you. You take from them. They take from you. How will you be blissful? Even if you achieve it, the fear will still remain. It can be taken away at any moment. And not just that, your body can be taken away at any point. You earned 1,000 crore. You got infected with cancer. What will you do of those 1,000 crores? This is all meaningless. So what does supreme bliss mean? If we can latch on to the vision at the level which Vedanta is speaking at, the substratum soul in which. Substratum is what? Soul. What is the soul? Water. This entire universe. What is the entire universe? Iceberg. If you look at the entire ocean, that iceberg is like a dot. Can be seen in a rope as snake-like imaginative form. In a rope. What is the rope denoting? Water. Can be seen in a rope as a snake-like imaginative form. What is the snake here? Iceberg. Can be seen in an imaginative form. Meaning, that iceberg looks separated from water, but is actually water. Is seen differently isn't the problem for water. How does it matter to me if there is iceberg in me or not? If this universe is there within me or not? Is visible or not visible? How does it matter to me? It matters that I do not know at all that there is a thing called water in this world. People don't know. For them, water is not a reality at all. Only the ice is. Ask them what happens when the ice disappears. Don't know. It becomes a ghost. What is a ghost? Don't know. It goes to heaven or hell. What is that? Don't know. Imaginations. So both fear and pain prevail in this situation. That bliss, supreme bliss conscious essence is you. Conscious essence meaning someone who is aware. Who is conscious of iceberg's presence in the water? Who is knowing this if it's not water? Because the ice itself is frozen. How will it know? Only he who is not frozen will be aware. He who is not at all frozen can be aware of everything. Something freezes and unfreezes inside it. Things come and go, but it itself never freezes. A substance which doesn't get destroyed by the making or destruction of ice. We need such a substance to solve this mystery, which is the sound of silence. Water is the sound of silence if you connect with the example I've referred to you. The substratum soul in which. Who is the substratum soul? Me. What is the I am I talking about? That I which is the same for both you and me. What is that? The sound of silence. Because it is present in your and my body too. That bliss, supreme bliss conscious essence is you. Hence you become happy.